Alright, good morning, welcome back everyone. So the last video I made, we were showing you how to set up planets. I showed you how to update your planets, how to keep them running every day. And as we're going through, I just jumped out into Gamel, which is where most of my planets are at. Remember, you got to come up here, business, planetary colonies, brings up all your planets. Now, to this video here is just going to show you how to get stuff off the planet. Sometimes this is the most complicated part. I think it's more complicated to, set up a good colony. But you're going to come in here, you're going to right click, you're going to go to the customs office. You don't want to do just the planet up here, warp to the planet. You want to go to the customs office and warp to 0 on that customs office.
Active.
And while we're warping to that first one, so I can show you, I'm going to show info right here. This ship that I'm using is the Epithal. It's the Galente Industrial Hauler that specifically has the planetary commodities hold. Epithal is the one you want to use. Regular capacity is only 550 M3. That's not very much. You really can't carry much with that. But the planetary commodities hold, I have mine because of skills up to 58,000 M3. Honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to be hauling that many planetary commodities all at once. If you're running planets for construction for Indy, you're not going to be using all of that all at once because you really don't get that much off of your planets. However, if you're going to be hauling planetary interaction materials all the way across the universe, and you're taking a whole bunch of it for your whole corp, your whole alliance, whatever it is, you might need all of the extra space. So you'll show up, you'll sit here right next to the customs office, and then all of a sudden, warp to 0. No, I don't want to do that. We want to save you in planet mode, which you can also double click and it open it up for you. And right here, I have electrolytes. Now, because, you can, if you want, just set up a route that they'll always just all go over to your launch pad. I have them stopping right here at this storage facility because I'm not sure, maybe I want to build something right here in this advanced industry in facility. Like if you're building a T3 anything, it goes through the advanced first, which we are going to use the electrolytes to build a T3, but I already have it set up over on my temperate planets to do stuff over there. So that's where I'm going to build. I'm going to come in, I'm going to take the electrolytes that we've made, do an expedited transfer over to your launch pad. Click and drag to the center, and you can click over here, add, click, add. It's easier just click and drag everything, especially if you have more than one item. Just click and drag it over. Once it's in the center, coming from here to be transferred to here. Very simple, very good, very clean UI for this. Execute transfer. It instantly goes over to this launch pad. See, then you're going to come click launch. This is the part that can be a little confusing and can be very difficult, especially if you don't really know what you're doing. You then click and drag again. This side over here is your launch pad. Right here's the customs office. That's why you warp to it. It will cost you ISK to transfer off the planet. If you leave it here too long without doing anything, it'll just default it back over and you won't have anything. Go ahead and click transfer. And then as soon as that highlight goes away, your ISK gets spent. All of a sudden, this is sitting in the customs office. You go ahead, open up your inventory, make sure you're in your planetary commodities, and again, you can just click and drag. Right there. That planet is now done. You have your electrolytes. They're off the planet in your ship. Go ahead and close your inventory. Now my temperate planets are over in Rome. So we're going to go to the Rome Stargate. Go ahead and click jump.
Warp drive active.
And leave looking at that planet. Come and look at our awesome little spaceship. Which, honestly, it just looks like a stick. This is one of the dumbest designs of spaceships I think in the entire game, is just a stick. But again, you're going through, you have the electrolytes. We're flying to the temperate planet. You can use either temperate planet. They've both been set up identical. And that's why I set up all those planetary colonies the same, is so you look at it, it goes top to bottom, extraction, refinement, T1 production, T2 production, T3 production on the temper planets. So like it's very streamlined, it should be very simple, very easy to go. You're going to take all these electrolytes, and we're going to again go to the customs office, not the planet itself. Make sure you're warping to the customs office at 0.
Active.
And then we're going to Run 1, view in planet mode. Right here you can see that I already have some electrolytes down here. I've made some coolant. I'm just, that's why there's only 100 electrolytes there for me to pick up. But like right here, you can see that I have all of the water already in storage. It's already there in this storage because that's where it stopped. And then right here, the advanced industry, in production, making coolant. That's going to be through your schematics. You're going to go, scroll down, come in here. You can make robotics. And for the fuel blocks, we're going to need mechanical parts. You're going to need some enriched uranium. Right now it's the coolant that we're doing. Producing 5 coolant every hour. There's incoming for the water, and the electrolytes are being routed. They're incoming, and then the coolant is outgoing back over here to the launch pad. However, the same thing for launching it off the planet is how you launch it back down to the planet. Open your inventory, open the customs office, drag it over to the customs office. Now see, this one that's highlighted is the one that's moving. The 2400 already there is already on the planet. This 100 electrolytes is moving from the customs office to the planet. Click the transfer, 2500 on the planet. So it's super simple, super easy. Once you get it here, you can route it. You route it back into that advanced industry facility, and it'll start its cycles. It produces everything. As soon as it's done, you get the coolant, you come back into storage, you say, oh look, I have coolant. Great day. You want to launch? It's probably cheaper to do all the launches all at once rather than individually. I haven't actually checked how much it costs individually, but I have 255 coolant that I'm now launching. It's going to cost me just under 300,000 ISK. If you view the market details on coolant, this guy, he's buying 16,000 for 6,000 ISK a piece. So if I were to sell my 255, just so you can see it, so you don't think I'm, fooling you here on how good planetary interaction is, you take your 255, times it by the 6,000 right here that he's willing to pay per each. You have an expected income right here of 1.5 million ISK. It's costing you not even a million ISK to get it. So you're making well more than you're putting in. This is really good money. Like, it doesn't make a lot of money unless you put a lot of effort and you get higher tier equipment. If you're selling nanite repair paste, fuel blocks, any of that kind of stuff that is constantly in demand, then you're going to be making money. The coolant is only a piece of the fuel block, and so he's not going to be paying as much. If you build the final stage and you build the fuel block, then all of a sudden you're going to make a lot of money really quick, really fast off the PI. So yeah, that's the planetary interaction. Notice, I don't have anything in my ship. So you're going to come in here, you go to the customs office, and you say access the customs office, because I forgot to do it the first time. And it doesn't run away, it doesn't, disappear, the game doesn't erase your stuff. But all of a sudden I have coolant in my ship. And I can come over here and say, where's Thor? And I'm going to go dock in Thor.
Active.
And that's all you do. That's how you get the coolant in station. And then you can use the blueprints, and you can use the planetary interaction equipment and supplies, all for the blueprints. Make your final product, take it to market, make some ISK. Alright, hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all enjoy the videos. Fly safe. Have fun.